Hi guys, Rob from Rob's Model Cars and welcome back to the channel. Now today we're back with another new model review, and this is the brand new Kyosho Lamborghini Diablo GT. Now this particular model was in conjunction with GT Spirit again. Their version was in silver and this comes in the metallic or pearl orange. Now we've reviewed a few of these models before. This one just comes in a plain grey box with some Kyosho special graphics on it and the model label on the end which shows the car that's pictured. Now this model is limited to 500 pieces and if we pull it out of the box, it comes in a styrofoam shell like their other models. It has a lift off top, and this is the particular model we're going to review today. So first impressions of this, it's got beautiful paint finish on it and the details are quite good as well. So we'll get this out, we'll put it on the turntable and we'll have a closer look at this brand new Kyosho Lamborghini GT. Okay, so here we have this gorgeous new Kyosho Lamborghini Diablo GT. Now for those of you that don't know, this was the most hardcore street registerable Lamborghini Diablo that was available. There was only one more Diablo model that was more hardcore than this, and that was the Lamborghini Diablo GTR, and that was a track-only vehicle. Now I'll quickly show you, I have that model. This is the Auto Art Diablo GTR, and as you can see, it's definitely more hardcore than this GT version. And this is another great model from Auto Art as well. So very similar hoods on these two cars. I'll sit those two together. Pretty much very similar in the front, but it's the back of the cars that vary slightly. This has the huge GT wing and a few little changes different on the back as well. So that's the difference between the Diablo GT and the GTR. So we'll put that aside because this review today is on this new Kyosho model. So first impressions of the model, it's really has a beautiful paint finish on it. It's got a great pearlescent orange, metallic orange paint finish to it. Really superb. It's a really heavy model. Again, all these resin models are getting heavier and heavier, and the details are really good on it. So first impressions, the model looks great. Now let's start with the grille openings, because that's the most important thing we want, is the photo etch mesh, and it does have real mesh panels in the grille openings in the front, and it does have grille mesh in the back as well. There is another piece of grille just in this hood vent there, and also the side sill vents are mesh also. Now there's not much depth to it, there's just a solid plastic piece behind there, but at least it has mesh, unlike a top speed model that is just moulded plastic. Now this particular model I bought from Car Lover Diecast, Australian dollars, this was $242, so quite reasonable for this particular model. And no one else makes a model of this other than the very cheap Motormax, which is not even in the same league as this model. So if you've been after one of these Diablo GTs for the collection, I'd highly recommend it. So as I say, beautiful paint finish on it. It does have photo etched mesh in all the grille openings. Headlight detail is quite good. For those of you that don't know, these are also Nissan 300ZX headlights that Lamborghini borrowed for this particular model, same as the Diablo 6.0. They're quite good. The little park lights in the front bumper bar, they're okay. They could have been a little bit better, I think, in detail, but this is a $240 model, so I think they've done okay there. It does have tiny little orange lenses on these side indicators. As I mentioned before, you do have this hood scoop that does have a piece of mesh in there. You do just have a black front splitter on the model here. These huge big mirrors are nicely detailed, and you do have nice clear reflective stickers in behind those mirrors. The windscreen wiper is just plastic, but it does have a little bit of detail to it in the arm and the blade, which is quite nice. Window plastics are really nice and clear. Front windows, side windows. So I think they've done a pretty good job there. The rear wing is just black as well, gloss black, same as the rear diffuser. Tail light detail is really quite good. You do have this little photo etched Lamborghini Diablo badge, and nice detail on the exhaust outlets as well, so you can actually see those there. You do have a little bit of detail underneath as well with the bottom of the engine and transmission case, but there's not a lot to see there really. And another notable is these little mesh pieces on the side. There is actually a cooling fan in behind there that you can see. Hopefully you can see that in the video, which is a nice touch as well. So overall, there's no engine detail to see. Obviously, it has this huge engine cover with the air scoop on the top, so there's not a lot to see there. It does have a piece of photo etch mesh in here as well. So overall, the model presents really well. The scale is basically exactly the same as the Auto Art Diablo, so that's on point. There's only one thing with this model. It does rock a little bit. Not sure whether you can see that in the video, but when the wheels have been glued on, they're not all level, so it does rock a little bit. But look, the model's just going to sit there, so that's not a big deal, but I just wanted to point that out. So the other thing is the wheels. They've done a great job on these wheels with the black center. They're a three-piece wheel with a polished outer with all the studs. Nice little Lamborghini center caps in the wheels. Nice job on the brake rotors. I think they look quite good. And the calipers are just molded into the rotor, it looks like. It just has black calipers on there, front and rear. Obviously more dish on these rear wheels because they're a lot fatter. But yeah, as I say, I think the model presents really well. I'm really happy with this one. I already had the Auto Art Diablo GT in orange, so this is the only colour that this Kyosho GT comes in, other than the silver, and I didn't want to have a silver car. I'm not really into silver model cars. So yeah, as I say, really great looking model. Details are really quite good. Paint finish is fantastic. Wheel detail is good as well. And yeah, it looks great. Be a nice addition to the collection. Now we can move into the interior. So you can see quite a bit. It just has a big black molded dash. Steering wheel is quite basic because this is a 90s model Lamborghini. It does have your stick shifter. It is a manual. And you do have the Lamborghini seats that have orange inserts as well. And they have a little black Raging Bull logo on the back of the seats. Hopefully you can see that. And you do have the racing harnesses in there as well in black. Yeah, so I can't see if there's any carpeting in there. There shouldn't be for this particular GT model anyway. So yeah, what you can see, there's some simulated carbon fibre decal on the centre console. And nice decals for the instrument cluster, the gauges, and there's some buttons in the centre console as well, which is just a decal. You can see it, it's just a flat decal on there. There's no detail of the actual buttons. But yeah, that's basically about it. The wheels don't turn, they are fixed solid, there's no steering. It is a sealed resin model, so nothing opens. But as I say, there's really nothing else on the market, or no one else that makes this particular model. Oh, there's another nice little note too. It does actually have, in behind this quarter window, it does have a little serial plate, because this was a limited edition Lamborghini Diablo model. And we do also have a little photo etched fuel filler cap here as well, which I didn't mention before. But that's basically all the details of this model. So yeah, look, I rate this really high. I think it's a great value model, really good looking, an absolute must for the Lamborghini collector, because yeah, we've been waiting for a long time, because the only other car company that made this model was Motormax, and it wasn't the best model, to be honest, and it was only about a $40–50 model anyway, so not really a fair comparison. But overall, Kyosho's done a fantastic job on this model, so I highly recommend it. So that's basically it for today's review of this Kyosho Lamborghini Diablo GT. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. Don't forget to smash that like button. feel free to share the video, and if you have any comments, leave them in the comments section below. So I hope you enjoyed today's video review of this awesome looking Lamborghini Diablo GT. If you have any comments or questions, yeah, just please ask. I answer everyone's questions every day on the channel. And don't forget to check out all my social media outlets as well. So I'm on Facebook, Rob's Model Cars, Instagram, Rob's Model Cars, and you can also go to my Flickr photo account and have a look at, there's 3,000 plus photos on Flickr, also Rob's Model Cars there, and you can check out all the current model builds that are going on, and all the updates of the models that are growing into the collection. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.